What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode here on Shaunstake. I'm sitting here with Alexis Sabara, Jake Carrion, and Josh Stupin for Shaunstake's Super Bowl preview. We've got a matchup between the New England Patriots and Los Angeles Rams. What are your guys' initial thoughts on the game?
I think that the whole game is going to be really fun to watch. I think it's going to be high scoring. I think it's just going to be a battle against the best.
This is the next chapter in the great sports rivalry, Boston versus LA.
Alexis, what do you got?
I think it's going to be a defensive game. The defense has to step up. Obviously, both offenses are good, but defense has to step up and make plays.
Yeah, this game is highlighted by the offenses. Rams led by Goff, Patriots led by Tom Brady. But at the end of the game, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The old saying, defenses win championships, should come true in this one.
The New England Patriots are headlined by their head coach to quarterback relationship with Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. They've been in 9 Super Bowls together and one of the most prolific tandems in league history. We've seen great success by Sean McVay and Jared Goff in their first 2 seasons in the league, with them reaching the Super Bowl in their second league together. Do you guys believe that McVay and Goff can replicate some of the same success we've seen from Brady and Belichick?
You know, I think it's going to be really difficult seeing that the amount of success that the Patriots have had with Tom Brady and Belichick leading. I don't see McVay and Goff being able to replicate the same amount of success. While they'll be successful, I don't think it's realistic that they'll reach 9 Super Bowls.
You know, the league is so competitive right now that we could have easily seen the Saints in the Super Bowl. There are a couple other teams who, miss field goals, miss plays. You're a couple plays away from the Super Bowl every year. So asking the Rams to get to 9 Super Bowls in the next 2 decades it's just unrealistic.
Especially being in the NFC with the competition and the young quarterbacks they have, it seems tough.
It might not even just be McVay and Goff. It's just maybe not ever. You won't see another just a dominant team or just quarterback head coach combo, I think, ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I see them having success, but not nearly as much as Brady and Belichick have had.
I think once Brady retires, I think they'll have bloom. They'll start to dominate, but not at the same level.
Yeah, the torch might be passed to the Rams, but I don't think we'll ever see a dynasty quite like the New England Patriots have been for the past couple decades. With the Patriots-Rams, we have a matchup highlighted by 2 of the best offenses in the NFL. But the next question I want to bring up is, with the game on the line, 2 minutes left, which defense are you going to trust to pull through?
I'm going to have to go with the Patriots defense. They might not have a game record like Aaron Donald, but Belichick is their head coach, and he always keeps them disciplined and in position to make plays.
Well said. Not only that, but the Rams defense would be going against Tom Brady and the Patriots, and as you know, when they're 2 minutes on the line, no other quarterback's better, and they're just really clutch.
I'm going to have to go with the Rams. They spent big money in free agency to acquire big defensive players, Keem Talib, Ndamukong Suh. They already have Aaron Donald, and I think those playmakers will step up in a big moment.
Do you think they could, try to guard guys like Gronkowski and Edelman on those 3rd and 10s?
I think they'll have their problems, but with 2 minutes, I think they'll be able to pull through and be able to stop Tom Brady and somehow be able to be successful.
Yeah, looking at this, on paper, I like the Rams defense a lot more. Aaron Donald, most likely going to win Defensive Player of the Year again. And they've got Keem Talib, Marcus Peters. I know he's had his struggles, but still, he's a corner that you should be able to trust and rely on, so it's going to be important for him to have a big game. But as you said, Jake, betting against Tom Brady is never the best situation, so in a 2-minute drill, it's going to be hard to go against Brady.
They got to cover Julian Edelman.
Yeah, Julian he's been a monster in the playoffs so far, so that's going to be a good matchup inside, and then obviously Gronkowski. And not to mention the Patriots' run game has been really strong.
Mm-hmm.
So the Rams' D-line is going to need to set the tone if they're going to get some stops in this game. Each year in the Super Bowl, we always see a surprise player help lead their team to victory. A couple years ago, we saw Malcolm Butler make a goal-line interception to help the Patriots beat the Seahawks, and just last season, Nick Foles filled in for Carson Wentz and ended up winning Super Bowl MVP. So, who are a couple surprise players you guys could see help lead their teams to victory in this Super Bowl?
Well, it's got to be the interior O-line for the Patriots. Joe Thuney, David Andrews, and Shaq Mason. They're going to have a tough time having to guard and contain Aaron Donald, who everyone's expecting to have a great game, have a couple sacks, maybe in a fumble recovery, but, I think it's ultimately going to go down to them.
Yeah, stopping Aaron Donald has to be one of the Patriots' top priorities. There's a lot to that defense, but Aaron Donald is the center of it all, and you stop him, it's going to be a lot easier day on Brady, the running game, and just the Patriots' offense.
For sure.
After a key loss mid-season when Cooper Kupp went down, a lot of players have stepped up for the Rams. They've acquired C.J. Anderson, and a bunch of receivers have stepped up as well. I see Tyler Higbee maybe being a big surprise in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, adding on to that, Josh Reynolds has also stepped in to fill in for Cooper Kupp, and he's had some good games, and I could see him making a few big plays as the Patriots defense will likely key in on Robert Woods and Brandon Cooks.
I think C.J. Anderson's going to have a big game. He's going to be a surprise player. He's been running the ball really well. Todd Gurley facing injury and stuff. I think he's going to have a good game.
Alright guys, let's wrap up today's episode with some game and score predictions as well as your X factor of the game. Alexis?
I'm going to go with the Patriots. Score prediction 34-28, and my X factor for them is the offensive line. They're going to have to stop the defensive front led by Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh.
Jake?
Gonna go with the Patriots as well. It's gonna be a 35-31. I think it's gonna have to be the Patriots D line though, because they're gonna need to stop Anderson and Gurley. That's gonna be pretty tough.
All right, and Josh, who you got?
I think the final score will be 45-38 Rams. I think that it's going to be very high scoring based on the prolific offenses, but I think Jared Goff has a career day and is able to just execute McVay's scheme well enough to put up a bunch of points and, win the game.
All right.
Sean, what is your take on what the final score of the Super Bowl will be?
All right. I think this is going to be one of the most evenly matched Super Bowls. I'm going 34-31 Patriots. X Factor, Chris Hogan. Hogan hasn't had the season that many thought he would entering the year, but stars rise on the biggest stage, and I can see Chris Hogan really being the forgotten guy who now turns into a great performance in the Super Bowl. Thank you guys for coming on the show today. This concludes another episode of Shaunstake. Enjoy the Super Bowl. We'll see you next time.